Hello. Oh, we've gone straight onto the team. Even though you already know the team, so it's no secret. But we usually start with this screen just to say hi. How is everybody doing? It is another fairly long deadline stream. We got 2 hours until the deadline. It's not obviously as exciting as last week with the... I need to put some different music on it as always. With the double game, there is... with the wild cards that everyone was popping last week. Obviously, we do have double game weeks this week. But it's just one, right? It's just one double game week, so it's not massively exciting. It's just Spurs. And everyone's going to catch them anyway. So, I mean, little double game weeks are nowhere near as exciting as the big ones when you have more than one team. Not that I want to put I don't want to start off on the downer, of course. Whiskey. Give me some water. Drinking water. That is it. Stones or Dallas? A start. It's got to be Stones, isn't it? Chance of him coming on if he's benched fairly low. I wouldn't trust Dallas any more than I would have trusted him last week for that ridiculous 17-pointer, and it was ridiculous. It was absolutely ridiculous. I don't have my triple captain, but I would 100% play it on Kane. I wouldn't even doubt myself. Look, is there going to be some rotation in the Southampton game? Possibly. Kane has not... I said this on a Patreon video earlier. Kane has not had a rest in the league since the 8th of December, I think it was, or maybe the 18th of December 2018. Unless he's been injured, he has started. Is Bale a ridiculous punt? Bale or Bruno this week? The thing is, I just feel like there's no way Bruno gets 2 games. I think at most you're expecting is a 1-game start. Absolute most. So I'd probably just get Bruno, to be completely honest with you. Boring as that sounds. I mean, he might get a start plus some minutes, I guess, but there's no guarantee. No guarantee. Especially if you have to keep this player long term. You'd much rather have Fernandes next week for Leeds, right? So for De Bruyne, is he just not consistent? He's just not... None of the City boys are going to have consistent starts now. That's the big problem, right? For anyone that hasn't seen it, my transfers are locked in. I'm absolutely locked and nailed. I did Gundogan and Bamford, Iheanacho and Lingard. Oh, Lingard. I hope Lingard blanks. I do. I hope he blanks. He won't, right? He scores double-digit hauls every week. A-Hawks, how's it going? Dallas or Sofao? I'd probably play Sofao. I know everyone wants to play Dallas after last week, but I'd still play Sofao. Is Watkins to Iheanacho worth it? I think Watkins is a tricky one because he has West Brom next week, and then Everton and Palace and a double game week. If you've got no chips, I would be slightly tempted to hold Watkins, but for what it's worth, Iheanacho is better over the next 4 for sure. Would you bench boost Kane, Son and Reguilon? But you're not bench boosting them, are you? They're in your first team, so it depends what your bench looks like. If your bench looks good, even if it's a single game week, I would do it. I see you're in a fun and sarcastic mood today. I don't know about sarcastic. What was I sarcastic about? I must have missed it. I'm in a good mood. I feel like I always am. Mostly, always, not 2 different words. 2 different words. Which 2? Holding, Rudiger, Sofao, Mendy is the goalkeeper. Probably Rudiger and Holding. Scott, how's it going? I'm starting Fernandes and Bowen, or Rashford and Lingard, or Greenwood and Lingard. Definitely I'd probably go Fernandes and Bowen, to be honest. I mean, Rashford's carrying this knot constantly. I'm sure there's a chance he'll play Leeds, but I'd probably go Fernandes and Bowen. I don't like Greenwood. I don't think Greenwood's guaranteed as many minutes as everyone thinks he is. Like, if Rashford plays and against Leeds, we could line up with Fred and McTominay. Pogba could be on the left. It could be Rashford on the right and Cavani through the middle. And there's no room for Greenwood. He's not guaranteed minutes, to be honest. How Fernandes is moving to Son worth it? For anyone that's thinking, like, obviously this week Son is better, right? But over the next 2 weeks, they both have 2 fixtures. So if you get Son in, then what's the plan? Like, Son is definitely better than Fernandes this week. But long term, you know, it's Son against Everton and Southampton versus Fernandes against Burnley and Leeds over 2 game weeks. Obviously, if you can get an extra fixture by getting Son because you've got loads of players in 33, then maybe it's worth doing. But it all depends how quickly you want him back. Son's fixture in 34 is better too. Benchmark from Cody Diaz, Rudiger, Fofana. I wouldn't bench Cody, I don't think. I'd probably bench Fofana. Although Soyuncu's back, I just don't know if Diaz is going to start against Villa. But without Grealish, I just don't see what Villa are going to do. I'd probably bench Fofana. You've just got a good squad. I think you have to accept it, right? That you're going to have to bench some good players every now and again, you know? Danny, how's it going? Already done Mount to Son, fair. Gundogan to Lingard for and Gundogan to Lingard for -4. Would you take another -4 to do Calvert-Lewin to Iheanacho, or should I just play over Rafinha? See, the thing is, I mean, Luka Dean's probably fine to play. Who have Everton got? I can't even remember. Oh, Spurs, of course. See, I just don't see minus in isolation. Because the thing is, Rafinha's not even guaranteed to start. I'd be tempted to do Calvert-Lewin to Iheanacho. I would. I'd be tempted, but you're right. Rafinha or Luka Dean could get you points. You don't need to do that move, is what I'm trying to say, but I can see why you're tempted to do it. I have Kane. How big of a risk is it to not go with 2 Spurs players? I could possibly get Son from... Well, I've just talked about Son and Bruno, so I won't go through all that again. It's not... I mean, this week it's a risk in that Son's ownership will be high, right? And they're 2 really good fixtures. Everton away and Southampton at home are decent fixtures. I would definitely rather, like I said before, I'd rather have Son than Bruno, but a lot of it depends on what happens the next couple of weeks, you know? Or, sorry, how you're planning the next couple of weeks. Because if you get Son, he doesn't play in 33, so what's the plan then? 1 to bench, Rudiger, double defence versus... I would play Saka. I'd mostly play the attacker. There is a chance, obviously, he gets benched, but I would just play him. There's loads of Cody, Fofana, Rudiger. Like, people have wildcards, they don't know what to do with it. Again, I would probably bench Fofana. Again, I wouldn't like to because it's West Brom, but you got a good side. Dawson or Dallas? Dawson. Dawson's not been good, but Newcastle's better than Liverpool. That's all I would think. Trent, Bowen, Laka, or Reguilon, Saka, Vardy. Again, like Reguilon versus Trent is a bit like everyone's asking about Bruno versus Son. I would definitely rather have Reguilon this week, but for the rest of the season, I would rather have Trent. So as it stands right now, Trent, Bowen, Lacazette is probably better than Reguilon, Saka, Vardy, apart from for this week. This week, I would definitely rather have the second 3. The only thing I'll say on Lacazette is I think I probably overlooked him. I think I overlooked him for good reason, though, right? It felt like Aubameyang was probably going to get some decent minutes. But then he missed the game, and then he's ill. Apparently now, well, it's not apparently, it's malaria, which isn't great for him at all. So Lacazette's seen more minutes because of that. Now, if Aubameyang gets back, the thing with Arsenal, right, and this is any Arsenal player, this is all I would be conscious of, is their fixture pile-up's about to get ridiculous. It's not necessarily, they've only got 2 extra games, right, the Europa League, but the time in between games is ridiculous, right? I'm not even sure if this is correct, but I guess it is. So they play Fulham on the 18th, this Sunday. Then they play Everton on Friday. And then they've got 5 days rest. 4 full days rest in between that and the semi-final. That's okay, right? But then there's only 1 day's rest. So they play on the 29th of April. Then on the 30th, they're off. And then on the 1st, they're back playing Newcastle. And then 4 days rest later, they've got the other semi-final. And then 1 day's rest until the next league game. So Newcastle and West Brom, when you definitely want your Arsenal players, there has to be some rotation. Like the Europa League is massive to... I mean, it's massive to Man United as well, but more so to Arsenal, because Arsenal got no other chance of getting top 4. Of getting into the Champions League next year. So that's the only thing I would say about any Arsenal player now, is those couple of games around the semi-final, surely there's rotation. Surely. I might bring that up on screen in a minute so you can all see it. Neto and Sterling out for Saka and Bale for no hit. Oh, Neto, Sterling and Vidra for Jailing, Saka and Vidra. I mean, Saka. I mean, I like Saka if he starts. I really do. I think he can definitely get close to Lingard. Bale, though, I just don't like Bale. I don't think he's a good long-term pick at all. You're taking a punt for this week, basically. You could go for it. I don't particularly like it. I just think bringing in Bale is just an accident waiting to happen. You got game week 33, he's not going to play. Game week 34, you don't know if he's going to start, etc. Talking myself into a -8 Gundogan to Jota. Am I mad? So obviously it's a -4 in isolation. The thing is, Jota's got a good fixture and Gundogan might not start. So for a -4, it's not the worst. I wouldn't necessarily do it if you've got a good bench though. That's what I would say. But think of it in isolation. You've already done the -4. This is another one. Gundogan out -4 for Wolves mid. J Lings or Pratt. I would go Lingard. Who to bench for Fana or Holding for Fana? Taking a -8 for somebody and Son and Trent. Am I mad? Who's that? LHNN. I can't even work out who that is. Who is that? Anyway, you might not be mad. I mean, Son's good for this week, right? Trent's good. Bowen in for Gundogan for -4. Is it worth it? Again, only if you've not got a good bench. There is a chance that Gundogan starts, by the way. It's not like 100% guarantee that he misses out, but you're going to have this problem every single week. Free hit suggestions. I mean, Spurs, triple Leeds, Fernandes, Iheanacho, Vardy. Maybe take a punt on some Man City players because Villa's a good fixture. There you go. Lingard or blank now you moved to me. I think you quite like to happen smug with it. I wouldn't be smug if there's no point in being smug if he blanks because I've taken a -4 for someone that's not done anything and everyone else has already had his point. So I wouldn't be smug at all, right? The only time I'd be smug, I guess, a little bit, and I still don't think it would be smugness, is if he blanked for the rest of the season. But I'm hoping now, obviously, he doesn't do that. Second keeper Pope to Lloris for a -4. Just play Martinez. Again, you'd have to see what you're doing with the rest of your transfers, but that's a lot of money tied up in goalkeepers. I'd probably just play Martinez, to be honest. I wouldn't take it because once you take the -4, you kind of negate one of the extra gains for Lloris. So I don't think it's worth it. Stones to size for free. Yeah, I don't mind that. I think if you look at recent stats, Cody's taken just as many shots. I don't know how good they are compared to size because we know how good he is. He seems to be pretty nailed on at the moment. So yeah, don't mind that at all. Play Diaz or Bamford. Bench one of Jota, Trent, Cody or Rudiger. Well, not Jota. You have to have such a good team any given game week to warrant benching Trent. He's so attacking. So it has to be Cody or Rudiger. Probably Rudiger, to be honest. Azpilicueta and Rafinha out for Shaw and Jota for a -4. I mean, if you have to do the Azpilicueta move to fund it, then you could do it. Yeah. But otherwise, I like Azpilicueta. I wouldn't be looking for reasons to get rid of him. De Bruyne and Cavalo into Kane, triple captain, and Greenwood or Pepe/Mount. I mean, yeah, that's a great move if you're getting Kane triple captain in. I mean, like I've already said, Greenwood's not guaranteed to start. He will get minutes. I'm not saying that, and he could start twice, but I don't know. Pepe, I just wouldn't go near Arsenal. You're either taking a punt on Greenwood or you're just going for Mount, I think. I mean, Burnley and Leeds are good fixtures for Man United, but then it's Liverpool, so it's not even that great. I don't know. There's a lot of love for Greenwood. I know he went on that hot streak at the end of last season, but I don't know. I like him. I like him for the next two if he starts both games. I'm not confident he will. Holding, Cody, Shaw, Trent, Rudiger, bench 2. No, you bench 2. You bench 2. Again, is anyone really going to bench Trent even against Leeds? For me, I would play Trent, Shaw, and Cody. Shaw's got Burnley, Cody's got Sheffield United, and Trent is Trent. Again, you're having to bench Rudiger and Holding. That's the joys of having a good squad. Play Areola or Martinez. Who have Fulham got? I should know this. Let me think before I look. Who have Fulham got? I don't know. Who do Fulham have? I mean, I could just look, but I'm going to try and figure it out. So Martinez obviously got Man City. Oh, is it Arsenal? Boom, it's Arsenal. I feel like Areola's got more chance of a clean sheet, but Martin's going to get loads of saves anyway. I hate betting against Martinez, basically. I feel like Areola will get saves, and he's got a better chance of a clean sheet, even though I don't think either of them will get one. So maybe just play Martinez. Maybe just try not to be too clever. Son for Mahrez, -4. Mahrez only Man City asset. I wouldn't worry about how many Man City players you got. No guarantee starts. Son's great. Job done. What to do with Lloris Areola after this game with no money or hits? Kane, Son, Salah, Jota, Lingard, Iheanacho, Bruno. I mean, you've got a great squad. I mean, there's no need. I mean, does Ariola? He doesn't play in Gameweek 33, does he? Yeah, I mean, I guess get a playing goalkeeper in, right? That's it, basically. The thing is, you could just go with no goalkeeper in Gameweek 33. It's not ideal, I get it, but Lloris has got Sheffield United at home after that. So you could just do that. You could drop... See, you can't even go Ariola to Forster because Southampton aren't playing either. Yeah, I'd be tempted to go with no goalkeeper. You don't really want to bring in Mendy. You could bring in Martinez. He's got a double game. If you've got no chips, you could go Lloris to Martinez. He's got West Brom with 33 and a double to come. And he's cheaper than Lloris. Is it worth transferring Reguilon instead of Alonso for free and then transfer him out next game week? Yeah, honestly, I think for third Spurs players, if you're getting rid of them straight away because you can't carry them through 33, I don't think it's worth transfers. 2 transfers to get 1 extra game. I'm not convinced by it, to be honest. Corey, how's it going? Who to take out for Son and Reguilon, if any? Maddison, Lingard, Fernandes, Jota, Trossard and Cresswell. I mean, Cresswell might not start, so he's an easy one. And if you can go Trossard to Son, then that's a great move, I think. Like, Maddison should start this week, and obviously we know how good Leicester's fixtures are. Double Chelsea defence or Azpilicueta and Diaz. If I had Diaz, I'd probably start him. In most scenarios, not in every scenario, but in most. He's not going to come on if he gets benched, I don't think. Saka or Ings to play. I just realised I'm not showing you anything on there. Southampton have Spurs. Yeah, Spurs, of course. I'd play Saka. Bench one from Rudiger so far. Only one. Well, Jota has... come on, no one's benching Jota against Leeds, surely. I always say this every week. There's no point in putting players in your to-bench list who you're not going to bench. Surely. No one's benching Jota. I would play Shaw, Cody, and probably Rudiger. Worth doing Alonso to Reguilon for -4 template team. Yeah, again, same thing as just mentioned, Gus. If you're taking a -4 to get an extra fixture, but then you've got to get rid of him next week, not worth it for me. Double defence Arsenal, Leno and Hodden, or Chelsea, Azpilicueta and Rudiger. I mean, for this week and next week, Chelsea. But to be honest, for the end of the season, you save money by going Arsenal, and the fixtures are so good. If I was wildcard, I would have Leno, and I probably would have Holden as well, just for the value play. I said Holden, I said Leno in my wildcard video last week. Reguilon double game for a -4, no brainer, guaranteed 4. It's not for me. It's not a no brainer because once you if he gets attacking returns in one of the games, right, and then he gets bonus and a clean sheet, you're trying to sell yourself the dream like I did with Alonso last week, right? Let's just say he gets 2 clean sheets. Well, the -4 wipes one of them. Then you've got a player that doesn't play in 33. Sheffield United is good in 34. If you can get Reguilon in and be fine for 33, then yeah, it's probably a good move. But otherwise, I just would ignore him. Which 3 are Trent, Alonso, Rudiger, Holden, Shaw? Again, for me, that's easy, right? You can't bench Trent. Shaw's got Burnley. And Alonso, yeah, I think if you've got Alonso, you have to play him. So you bench Rudiger and Holden. Much less attacking threat. And just hope that Alonso doesn't come on. Hope if he gets benched. Hope well. Who should I bring in instead of Diaz? Got Rudiger and Phillips already. Who else have you got, though? I mean, I don't know if I would go near Chelsea fans. I'd probably go Wolves, Cody, maybe cheap if you need some money, like Holding for Arsenal. Shaw is a good option, but it depends how many games you have to play them for afterwards. Reguilon, if you want a double game week this week. They're all options I'll be looking at. Worth taking 2 hits to bring in Bruno, or 1 hit for Greenwood, for Rafinha, or Cavani for Calvert-Lewin. Have no Man United attack. I'm pretty sure they'll thrash Burnley, or trash Burnley. A -8 to get Bruno. Again, unless he's in your long-term plans, I wouldn't bother. I would just take one of the other hits. Cavani and Greenwood are both going to have their minutes managed, but obviously Rafinha might play. Calvert-Lewin's definitely out, so Cavani's probably the better move there. But again, it's going to depend. Do you need that forward slot for someone else in the future? Obviously, only you can answer that. 3 at the back, which one to bench? Azpilicueta. I mean, not benching Azpilicueta. Cresswell might not even start. I would probably bench... I think the annoying thing about James is he comes on, but you have to play him if you got him. So I'd play James Azpilicueta in Stones. And Cresswell. Bench Stones, but it'll probably come on for Cresswell anyway, to be completely honest with you. Going without Lingard, wish you luck. Do you know what? Anyone that's not going for Lingard, fair play to you. I honestly, I think half of it is just getting annoyed every single week watching him score. I do think he's I have probably come around. I mean, I have to come around to him being a good option, but... as I've said many times, just because I think he's going to stop scoring double digits every week doesn't mean he's going to stop scoring completely. David, thank you very much. Why don't you think Bruno Green will start the next two? I haven't said that Bruno won't start the next two. He definitely will. But Greenwood's not guaranteed. Greenwood's only started 2 of the last 4, so what makes you so sure that he will start 2? Like, if we play like against Leeds, more so than Burnley, like against Burnley, it could be McTominay and Pogba as a 2. I don't know. And it depends on Rashford's fitness. But if Rashford's fit, it could be... almost certainly it will be Fred and McTominay against Leeds. Then it could be Pogba on the left, where he's been playing. Fernandes number 10. Rashford on the right. Cavani through the middle. Then there's no room for Greenwood. That's all I'm saying is there's no guarantee he'll play. I haven't said anything about Bruno getting benched. Lloris and Fofana or other goalkeeper and Reguilon on a wild card. I think Lloris is more likely to get you both starts. I mean, there is obviously a chance Reguilon misses one. I don't think it's that high, but there is a chance. Pereira or Fofana first sub. Is that Pereira? Well, whether that's West Brom Pereira or Leicester, I would put him ahead of Fofana. Bench Cody or Rudiger, Mendy goalkeeper. I would play Cody. He's got Cody's about the best against Sheffield United. It's about the best you're going to get, right? From a defensive point of view, playing Sheffield United, they can't score against anyone. Obviously, they'll definitely score now, but apart from that. If Kane is over 200% effective ownership, then captaining means a red arrow. Yeah, honestly, if that if Son's above 100 and Kane's above 200, it just sucks. It means you don't want those players to score points, even if you've captained. If you've captained Son and he's over 100, then you want Kane to blank and Son to do well. If Kane's over 200, even if you've captained him, you want him to blank, which is ridiculous, I know, but that's just the way of effective ownership. If you've triple captained Kane, you're fine. Derek, how's it going? Would you do Diaz and Neto to Holding and Lucas Moura? Honestly, I really don't like Lucas Moura as an FPL option. I think he's been great for Spurs, and obviously he can get points. But again, do you want to be stuck with him? Is the question. So yeah, I don't know. Kane won't be over 200%. Don't be ridiculous. Well, I mean, recently he was at 170%. And I think 30% of the top 10. He's not going to be 200% overall. But obviously, we're looking at like top 10k. That's where people want to be, right? And he was 170 odd percent the other week. And there's 30% of the top 10k, I think it's 30, still have their triple captainship. And most of them, I would say, are going to get activated. I do think it'll be unlikely to hit 200, but I bet it's not far off. It could be just over. Bogdan, how's it going? Should I bench boost this week or keep it for later? If you've got a good bench, just use it. The chance of you being able to set up a good bench for a future double is so unlikely. I think I would just use it if you've got a good single game week. Depends who it is, of course, on the bench. Which one should I bench? Cody, James, or Rudiger? Rudiger. Bench Rudiger or Holding? Probably Holding. Just because Chelsea defence is so good. Really think Kane will be rested against Southampton. I don't want to sit here and say 100% that's not going to happen, because obviously I don't know. There's a chance that anything can happen. But as I said earlier, the last time Harry Kane didn't start a league game when he was fit was the 8th of December 2018. Now, I can see both sides, right? One, Mourinho winning a trophy is huge because he can just lord that over everyone that he's won a trophy for Spurs. But Spurs need top 4. They need it, even if they lose to Everton. You know, Harry Kane not having Champions League next year, who knows what happens then? So I would use my triple captainship and hope he starts both. What Chelsea midfielder on wildcard? Mount, Havertz, or I'd probably go Havertz if it was me. Playing in that number 9 position. Obviously, you know the risk though. They've got Champions League. There could be rests. Yeah, effective ownership is basically the amount of people that own them plus the amount that captain, basically. So yeah, if there was only me playing FPL and I owned Kane, that's 100% effective ownership. If I captain him, it's 200%. If I triple captain, it's 300%, like John said. Plus 9,999 other managers. I wouldn't be surprised if it's close to 200. Like I said, what was he the other day? 172%. And I don't even think that wasn't even a double, was it? Wasn't that What week did that happen in? It was recent. It was 29, wasn't it? In game week 29, when he had Newcastle, I think. Was it Newcastle in 29? I can't bloody remember. Villa, sorry. I think it was like 172. You can find out on live FPL, though. You don't have to obviously work it out. Please tell me I'm not dumb for triple captain. So I don't think anyone's dumb for captain whoever they want, you know? I think Kane's the best option, but like, no, we're not talking about like Kane versus Lucas Moura. We're talking about Kane versus Son, who's been brilliant this year. Fully appreciate that recently, like he's only scored 2 goals in the last. Well, he's only scored 2 goals since game week 18, and he's played in most of those games as well. So he hasn't exactly been scoring, but he's had 23 attacking returns so far this year. They're good fixtures. There's no reason why Son couldn't outscore Kane. My money would be on Kane, but if you want to do something a bit different, like I said, this isn't like like bringing in Lamella and captaining him, right? It's still Son. He's still great. And if Bale doesn't play, maybe that helps him. So yeah, no one's crazy for going for Son. Obviously, I'm captaining Kane because I think he'll outscore him, but who knows? Scatcast talked about unfashionable players that score good. Who's your pick? Yeah, maybe Mount, maybe Lingard. I think the thing is, like, there's always it's probably not the time and the place to get into it for me, but there's always circumstances where you don't get certain players, right? You know, midfielders, you got a lot of money on Fernandes. There's been a lot of money on De Bruyne, Salah. Who cares about Mason Mount at that point? You know. I mean, he's trickled in points, but what's his points per match? Mount's points per match are 4.3. There's less than Jorginho. Less than Pereira from West Brom. So, yes, Mount has trickled points in. And, yeah, sure, for what was his start price? 7 million. Maybe that's fine. You don't have to worry about him. You just stick him in your team. No, he'll get points all season. But, I mean, 4.3 points per game. Like, you want more. Rafinha's higher. And he costs less money. To be fair, though, 4.3. Mane's only on 4.5. So yeah, Zaha's 4.9. I mean, he's a player that I've ignored all season. Like Grealish started at the same price as Mount, right? 7 million, and he's on 5.9 points per game. So when Grealish is fit, why would I look at Mount? You know, I probably have ignored him a bit too much, but most of the time we don't put players in our team and then keep them for the whole season. It's so rare. I don't think Mount is as good as everyone. For FPL, I'm not getting into the discussion about real life. I couldn't cope. Pick 2: Semedo, Shaw, or Ricky P. Watch along. I'm not doing a watch along. They're doing one on Fantasy Football Scout tonight for the Spurs game. Is this to play this week? I'd want to play Pereira, I think, and then probably Shaw over Semedo. Sean, team equals Mo, Jennings, Fernandes game week 33 and for Son, or keep going without Bruno and bring in Maddison for Gundogan. It depends if you want Bruno long term. If you do, then just do it. If you don't, then Gundogan might not play, and you're getting in someone that probably will. So it's not a bad move. And obviously, you have Son for 34. So as long as you can cope with 33, I kind of like it, to be honest. Look at Mount's points per game under Tuchel. Yeah. I'm not saying he's a bad option. When did Tuchel come in? I can't even remember now. But yeah, he's done well recently, but he's done well at times before over short periods of games, you know? Martinez, Trent, Shaw, Sofa, Cody, Salah, Son, Lingard, Gundogan, Iheanacho and Kane, triple captain. Nice. Thoughts on the starting 11? Yeah, it looks good. Obviously, the only thing with Gundogan is if he doesn't start, there's a chance he comes on and you miss out on Rafinha or Watkins, but I guess he has got the best fixture, right? Maddison and Cavani for Bamford and Neto. I feel like you'll just want Bamford back. Like, who knows if Cavani will get enough minutes. I like the punt, though. And obviously Maddison over Neto. Yeah, Neto's done for the season. What do you think about -8? Gundogan, Luka Dean and Calvert-Lewin to Lingard, Cody and Kane. Bordering on -12 for Neto to Saka. Long term should pay off. I mean, with that kind of hit, right, you're taking out Gundogan, might not play. Luka Dean probably not getting a clean sheet. You never know. And Calvert-Lewin definitely not going to play. So as -8 goes, I don't mind it. When you're taking hits to take out players that definitely or might not start, and like there's a really good chance they don't start, it's probably much more justifiable, to be honest, especially if it's long-term moves. Bale to Son for -4. I like it, to be honest. I think there's way more chance of Son playing both than there is Bale. And long term, if you're going to keep that Spurs slot anyway, you definitely want Son over Bale, in my opinion. No guarantee Bale starts either game. He could start one. Definitely not starting two, surely. Mounts over the season numbers aren't amazing, yes, but recently he's been more than decent, especially. Yeah, again, I'm not saying he's not. Like, every player is good for a period. Well, not every player, but a lot of players are good for a period of time. But it's made out like people have missed the boat on Mount. But, you know, when Grealish was fit, there was no reason to go for Mount over him. Like, and like other slots are filled by Fernandes and Salah. Who's taken them out for Mason Mount, you know? So I'm not going to beat myself up the fact that I've not owned a player that scored 4.3 points per game this season, you know. That's all. Who to bench? Shaw, Rudiger, Cody or Diaz? Rudiger or Diaz? Probably Rudiger. Free hit this week. I think there's better weeks to use it, but obviously I don't know what your team looks like. Like, there's doubles and blanks coming in probably in 35, 36, and that could be a killer without a free hit. So let me show you this, right? How can I crop this? Let me just put it in here and see what happens. So this is Ben's Twitter, right? Where's the tweet I want? It's kind of perfect, actually. So he's basically... Oh, you can't see that, can you? That's super annoying. Where did he say the thing about the games moving? I think it's in here. Yeah, look. So basically, game week, basically they might move some games. It sounds like they're going to move some games, right? To get fans back into the stadium. It says here, we need to wait and see if game week 36 and 37 deadlines will be changed due to the schedule change. If they're not changed, and FPL might change them, but 16 teams would double in 37 and 12 or 14 teams were blank in 36. If that happens and you've not got a free hit, that is going to hurt a lot, although a lot of people will be in the same boat. Then he goes on to say, if the deadlines are pushed back, then there could be a double game week for 6 to 8 teams in 35, and then 4 of those teams will blank in 36. So we know that Everton and Villa won't blank, even if they double. So for me, if you can save the free hit, there's probably better weeks to use it, to be honest. Play Rudiger or Alonso. Rashford or Greenwood and Lacazette or Iheanacho. Rashford or Greenwood and Lacazette or Iheanacho. I still like Iheanacho for the next 4. I just worry about Arsenal minutes around the Europa League. And I definitely prefer Rashford to Greenwood, although Rashford is constantly carrying a knock. Could be rested against Burnley. Dawson a long-term hold, probably due to the end of season fixtures, for me anyway. Thoughts on Saint-Maximin? Love watching him play, but I don't think he's going to be an FPL option. Last 2 games of the season, they have Sheffield United and Fulham. Could be a bit of a punt there on Newcastle, but I wouldn't. Their fixtures are bad. He might not even start. Will I get Lacazette in for Bamford this week from -8, playing final chip, which is Kane treble captain, to try and justify to myself? I mean, Bamford +4 versus Lacazette. I'd possibly just keep Bamford. Lacazette's got a really good fixture, but again, in a few weeks, you might regret the move, but this week Lacazette is better. Cavani, Lacazette or Iheanacho for Calvert-Lewin. I think Iheanacho is probably the best option, to be honest. Oh, you're wildcarding in 33 anyway, so it's this week only. This week only. If you're going this week only, don't get Iheanacho. Take a punt. Go for Cavani or Lacazette, I say. You could just go for Iheanacho and ride the prices and then get him for a cheaper price next week. But if you're wildcarding in 33, I'd rather go for a punt myself. Just go for Cavani or Lacazette, but Cavani. -4 for Saka or Greenwood, or do I just start for Fana? Unless you want those 2 long term, just start for Fana. And out of those 2, I'd probably go Saka. Stay strong and keep Lacazette and Smith Rowe cave under the pressure and sort them out for Jaylings and Vidra. For a -4, I would just hold. It's a good fixture if they start, right, for Arsenal. Will Kane's effective ownership plus 100? If you triple captain Kane, don't worry about effective ownership. You'll gain points. That's all. That's all you need to know. You can't be 300% effective ownership because not everyone's got a triple captain. 50 points off the number one. When's the time to go completely different? I mean, if we're talking like completely different, i.e. I'm picking a player who in any other week I probably wouldn't give a chance, but I'm just going to risk it territory. I feel like you could probably leave it a little bit longer because we're still, after this week, we've still got 6 weeks left. And like, I guess it depends. I don't know how many players you got different to the world number one, but we, like you can make up 20, 30 points in a week. So I don't know if now's the time to just go massively rogue, but I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 weeks out, you might have to consider it. Depends how far you think you might fall behind this week, but obviously there's doubles and stuff coming up. Maybe with the doubles and blanks, there's probably a good chance of doing something a bit different and just going for it. I don't know if this is the week to do it, especially when everyone's just going to captain Kane anyway. Alonso, Saka, and Holden in my bench, worth a bench boost. The thing is, Alonso and Saka, I would say, not guaranteed to start, but if they do, that's a good bench boost. Go on livefpl.net, go to the transfer planner, see if you've got a better bench coming up. If you haven't, maybe just go for it. Naf, is it worth taking a -8 by transferring in Trent Iheanacho -8 for Bamford Cancelo on wildcard in 33? And I don't know for it. I mean, Cancelo, you can't. Can you do Cancelo to Trent from -4? I'd be tempted-ish by that. But I think Cancelo will start against Villa. And Bamford to Iheanacho from -4, it could pay off. But if you're wildcard next week, I'd be a bit wary about the amount of hits you take. Watching the stream at 4 a.m, that is dedication, but you should also get some sleep. Lingard or Jesus, whom to bench? Oh, what? If you've got Jesus, I would definitely play Jesus. Would I though? Actually, I don't know. He could get a cameo. I mean, I don't. My brain is fried with Lingard. I don't know what to think about him anymore. Oh, geez, we've still got well over an hour to go. Captain Son, if Chase in the mid-league, it's not a bad call, I don't think. Captain and Son, to be honest. Thoughts on Amity and Lacazette? I mean, Amity, not guaranteed to start anymore. They could continue with 3 at the back, but Soyuncu's back now to take his place. Again, Lacazette I like if he continues to get minutes. I think when Aubameyang's fit, that's less likely to happen, especially around the Europa League semi-final. It's like must win, right? So he can, no question. I just want to say I appreciate the constant stream of content. Thank you very much. Glad you are enjoying it. Still loads to come before the end of the season. Make sure you're hitting that like button if you're enjoying it. Loads of you in here. Let's try and get to 1,000 likes. And also hit that subscribe button. We are only 47 people now off 149k. It's slowed down so much. I'm actually not sure if we'll get 150k before the season end now, but it's possibly possible if you just hit that like button. If you're enjoying things around here. One more time. Who'd you start? So far, Saka. Is it okay for second season to be 150k? Of course it's okay, yeah. I mean, everyone's got different goals, right? Everyone's got different goals. And plus, there's still 7 weeks left. So you could get even higher. You could get into the top 100k. Would you get Bruno or Lingard? Do you know what? I'm shocked how many times I've seen this question this week. Like, it's not like hundreds and thousands of times, but I've seen it more than I thought. I mean, once is probably enough. Surely if you're going for Son or Lingard, you go... for Lingard or Fernandes. Like, surely it's Fernandes? Surely. If you can afford it. Obviously... it depends what you could do with that money because there's a big difference in price. But if you're literally deciding between the two, it's got to be Fernandes, right? Bamford out for Iheanacho. If that's for free, yeah, I like it. I've literally done that move myself. I mean, to be honest, a few people have asked for it about a -4. I've taken the -4 to get Lingard, really. Bamford to Iheanacho was my free move. Like, if I thought that Gundogan was definitely starting, I would have probably kept him. Leno or Mendy? Mendy, I think. From listening to YouTubers, absolutely nobody is gaining subs. Now they are going up. I mean, it's always the same at the end of the FPL season. Like things start slowing down. It's normal, right? I'm not particularly worried about it. It would just be nice. I mean, I wanted 100k by the end of the season. Now we're pushing. Now we're pushing 150k, right? Which is ridiculous because next season we could push 250k, which is mad. Sean Gota is a realistic captain choice for the next 2 weeks. Who knows? I mean, so many players are going to get arrested for Man City. Maybe he'll make a return. What about Pogba's form? I like Pogba. He's playing quite high up on that left. Still, from an FPL point of view, I probably wouldn't go there. But for Man United, it looks great. Beer time. I think I've said this already. Over the last 4 weeks, I've had one beer on one of the weeks. I've had quite a lot of beer on the other one, and the other two I've had nothing. I'm not having anything this weekend either. I've given it up for now. I've lost so I weighed in this morning. I've lost 14.5 pounds in 2 weeks. So I'm hoping to keep that up. And so the beer's gone for now. I'm not saying forever, but for now I'm just trying to kick it, basically. Not kick it, because I only ever drank once a week. But when I do drink, I drink a lot. I don't just have one or two. That's half my problem, really. But yeah, beer time for you. Enjoy it. I'm not saying no one should drink, that's for sure. Paul, thank you very much. I don't want to put a downer on anyone that's having a beer right now. In fact, I'm quite jealous, especially if you're in a country where you can go out and have a beer. I'm so jealous. Bruno, Gundogan and Bamford for Son, Cavani and Traore from -8. I don't like that at all. I mean, Bruno to Son, maybe. You've heard me already talk about. You've already heard me talk about, whether or not you have to get them back next week. Traore, Cavani. I feel like I would keep Bamford if you really want to do Bruno and Gundogan for -4. Maybe. Oh yeah, I know that's not sustainable. Obviously, it's like honeymoon period, isn't it, at the start? But still good. Like before, when I was heavier than I am now, and I started trying to lose, I never lost that much in 2 weeks. So it's really handy. I like how you never ask for likes but get loads anyway. I definitely do ask. I definitely do. Play Saka or Rudiger. I'd play the attacker. Should I triple captain Kane this week? Do it. If you want to hear more of an answer, then do it. Go and watch the captaincy video, but just do it. Here's the water. Martinez for bonus points versus Areola. Yes, someone else asked this. I'd be tempted to go Areola. I feel like he could get saves and possibly a clean sheet. But I think if you're really in a doubt, just play Martinez. It's just less heartache. Play Jota or Lingard. It's got to be Jota. It has to be Jota. If you can literally just only play one, it's got to be Jota over Lingard, right? Right? Please tell me I'm not the only one that thinks that. DS or Reece James. I'll probably play Reece James. Hope he starts. Martinez versus Pope. Who to start? Well, Pope might be out. So probably just start Martinez. Floors 1, City Hall 1, ceiling 4 to 5-4. United. You've lost me there. 1 City Hall, 1 ceiling 4-5-4. United can open the floodgates or blank. Yeah, I mean Pope's probably not even fit, to be honest. You're right. Pope's got more chance of a clean sheet. And he probably gets some saves as well. No harm in starting. If he doesn't play, Martinez comes in, right? Lingard. I would definitely play Jota. I've got nothing against Lingard, but come on, Jota, Liverpool versus Leeds. I'm definitely playing Jota over Lingard if I had to decide. I wouldn't want to be in that position. Watkins or Rafinha to start. My worry over Rafinha that he might come off the bench because of injury. I feel like if he's fit enough for the bench, he'll probably just start. I could be wrong on that. If you really want to be safe, play Watkins, but I'd be tempted to play Rafinha. Loz, even if from a balcony with a cold one, very nice. Not like my planned Vardy move for 11 million. Who's the best forward to partner Iheanacho and Harry Kane? But have you sold Vardy already? Would you not just keep Vardy? You got 11 million. You're getting rid of Vardy, is it? Or I don't get that. Were you thinking of getting Vardy and now you've decided against it? Oh yeah, you were planning on getting Vardy. I mean, Lacazette, if you think he gets enough minutes, I do worry around the Europa League though. There isn't very many forwards. A punt on Cavani. Honestly, I would just do your planned move and get Vardy if it was me. It depends if what it's going to hurt later on, I suppose. By the way, I'm starting both. I'm starting Lingard and Jota. I'm just saying, if I had to start one, I would definitely start Jota over Lingard. I don't care how many double-digit hauls Lingard's got. Start 2 out of James Fofana and Rudiger. James Rudiger. I've got Greenwood in this week for his hat-trick. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. I had planned to bring him in, but bailing on the idea. The thing is, there's not many good forwards. I think, to me, if you're not getting Vardy, you probably just pump that money in midfield. There's really, I don't know, maybe I'm missing someone. Let me know in the chat. But there ain't many good forwards right now. Lacazette, possibly. I just worry about Arsenal around Europa League. Kane triple, is there a better potential week? I don't think so. There is going to be more doubles. Whether or not there's a better one than Harry Kane, probably not. Yeah, fair. I mean, I knew everyone would say Lingard. I'm definitely playing Jota ahead of Lingard. If they both start, Jota's outscoring him. I'm telling you. Adrian, thank you very much. I will definitely keep it up. Do. I personally, I think there's a good chance Reguilon does play both games, but as of it feels like everything at the moment. There's no guarantee. Like, he could be rested for the second one for the Southampton game. As a United fan, do you want Lingard back? I mean, I wouldn't mind him coming back, but he would just be a squad player, right? I mean, if he comes back, what the hell happens to Van de Beek? I don't know what happens with him anyway. What are you on about? Lingard will punish me. He's literally in my team. He's literally in my team. It's on the screen. But yeah, I mean, Lingard ain't getting in the Man United team. Simple as that. Unless Fernandes gets injured. No, I'm just going to play Martinez. I feel like Martinez is my only proper weak link this week. Obviously, Alonso might not play, so Dawson comes in. I would love Burns start against Chelsea so that I can play him against Sheffield United in 33. I already have Cody. Should I get Saiss or Dawson? The thing is, it depends how often you have to play them, because in the short term, Saiss is probably okay, a double up, but Dawson has good fixtures towards the end. So you can definitely play Dawson this week and then maybe bench him towards for the end fixtures. Depends how many other defenders you got to play each week. Not like literally, I know you have to play at least 3, but I mean, which of your players, how are they looking? With defenders, I always recommend go on livefpl.net and go on the transfer planner and see what your defence looks like with particular transfers. Genuinely think Lingard will get rested. No chance. What does he need a rest for? He hasn't played for most of the season. He's only having to play once a week. They got no Antonio, no Rice. There is no way Lingard gets rested. No way. I hope. Hit for Rafinha to Maddison, or Bamford to Lacazette. Same thing with Lacazette. I think he's good if he plays. I'm not sure he will play around the Europa League. Not too many. I think you'll want Rafinha back though. So I don't know. I think I think all minutes being equal, Bamford to Lacazette is better than getting Maddison in. Like, I think Rafinha and Lacazette is better than Bamford and Maddison. There you go. Got 2 people in my league, triple and Kane. Should I captain Son instead or damage the limit? I mean, it depends what your what's your end goal. You know, are you behind? Are you chasing? Are you ahead? How many points are you behind? If you genuinely think Kane is better and you're not that many points behind, I would just do it. You've got more weeks to catch up, right? Depends how far behind you are. Gundogan or Rafinha to Lucas Moura. Gundogan for me. I think Rafinha might miss this week, but he should be fine after that. He might even be fine this week. Gundogan, they're through now. Their fixture schedule is ridiculous. So if I bring this up here, can you see that? You can't see the bloody dates properly, but they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In their next 6 matches, only 2 of them are league games. So they've got FA Cup, League, EFL Cup, Champions League, Palace, Champions League. And then it's Chelsea. I would just get rid of Gundogan, I think. Start Gundogan and Lingard. Definitely Lingard in that case. Best goalkeeper for wildcard this week and onwards. I'd probably go Leno. I'd either go Leno or Martinez. I wouldn't go Mendy at this point. There aren't enough good fixtures left. You either go Leno and back the fixtures, or you go Martinez and back the keeper who's been amazing all this season. Who has a double coming up. If you've got no free hit, it probably is Martinez, to be honest. He has Man City, not great. But West Brom, Palace, Everton to come, double game week. I'd probably just go for him. Play Martinez or Sanchez this week. I feel like Sanchez has got the best chance of a clean sheet, but I don't think either of them are keeping a clean sheet. And Martinez always gets saved, so I'd be tempted just to play him. Next week, if I take a -4, I'll have 10 players. Do you reckon I should take a -8 to get a 4? It depends who you're going to get. Like for me next week, I've looked at it, and I can get 11 players, and I'm going to have a spare transfer. I don't know if there's any moves I actually want to make, so I might roll it. It depends who you're taking out, to be honest. It's not doesn't like if you're taking someone out that you're going to want straight back, there's no point in doing it. Thomas Lav, how's it going? I have a difficult choice. 3 of these defenders: Cody, Trent, Rudiger. Again, like I feel like I've answered this 50 times. Not for you, but everyone's in the same boat because of the wild card. You can't bench Trent, surely. Shaw's got Burnley. I don't see Burnley scoring. He's quite attacking. Cody's got the best fixture pretty much you can get. So you bench Rudiger, and you're not happy about it, but you do it anyway. Bench Trent or Shaw. I mean, that's tougher. Trent or Shaw. I'd bench Shaw. I just... Trent against Man City, maybe I'll think about benching him. Else I'd just play him. I would just play him. He's so good. No, I'm not planning on making a goalkeeper move. I think I said that just a minute ago. There is still over an hour. Still over an hour to go. Do you think Johnson or Martinez? I still go Martinez, honestly. I can see Burnley scoring. Yeah, I mean, they could do, but I think Man United will be fine. Cancelo to Trent sounds like a great move, yeah. No chance for me. Jamie, how's it going? Yeah, you're in the description. No chance of me winning your min league now, given how big it's gotten. Yeah, I'm never going to win it either. I wouldn't say United's a guaranteed clean sheet, but it's a pretty good bet, right? Don't forget to hit that like button if you haven't already. Also, big shout out to everybody that's already signed up to Patreon. Everyone in blue's been on there for at least a year. So big thank you to you lot as well. And we have a new Patreon as well. Once I get down there, there's so many people now. I've got 6 screens for this. Jamie, so thank you very much for signing up since the last video as well. I think you signed up today. Was it yesterday? I think it was today. If you want to check that out, there's a link in the description below. While you're doing that, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to hit subscribe as well. We are now 34 people off 149k. Surely we can get that in this stream. Just there's 3,500 people watching. There must be at least 40 of you not subscribed. Come on, you're loving it, right? Hit that subscribe button. That'll give me 6 weeks to get another 1,000. That's got to be doable. Should I bench boost with Forster, Spurs, Vidra, Man United, Sofao, Newcastle, and Phillips? I feel like you've got a better week for it, no? Maybe you don't. Go on live FPL and see if you've got a better week for it. But I don't particularly like most of those fixtures. Play Gundogan or Rudiger. Already playing Alonso. Want to avoid the -4. I'd probably play Gundogan and just hope, to be honest. I mean, even Rudiger, I guess, is not guaranteed to start. But I'd probably play Gundogan. Son for Salah -4. This is like Bruno Fernandes. Like, what if you get Son in? What's the plan for next week? That would always be my question. And if the answer is to get Salah straight back, then that's 2 transfers. You're already taking a hit. I probably wouldn't do it. I know why people look. I don't know. Would I? Then I'm thinking, would I do it? I probably would do it because I wouldn't want to miss out on Son for a double. But at the same time, I know it's for a hit, and then having to get him back out again. Like, Salah's got Leeds then Newcastle. It's so good. It depends what Son does to your team for next week. I would be tempted to hold off on that and just maybe don't watch the Spurs games. Would you take Dallas and Gundogan out for Holding and Jota for a -4 this week, or wait till next week instead for free? Is the Leeds fixture worth a -4? Are you having to play Dallas and Gundogan though? I would be tempted to wait. I'd be tempted to wait. I do like that hit though, to be honest. There is a chance Gundogan starts. If he does, there's a chance he does something, but I quite like the hit, to be honest. Just because Dallas has got Liverpool, which is tough, and Gundogan might not start, and you're bringing in 2 players that should start. How bad is Cresswell's injury? Moyes is confident, or hopeful, or something like that, but he also said he's a doubt. So it sounds like a 1 weeker, but it could be 2. Jesus out for Vardy, Lacazette, Cavani. Do I triple captain Kane? I would triple captain him. Don't come running to me if he misses one of the games, though. I just don't see how triple captain Kane is a risk, to be honest. Jesus out for Vardy, Lacazette. I mean, I'm a bit biased, but I would probably still go for Vardy. I haven't lost complete faith in him. Neto to Bowen and De Bruyne to Salah from -8. Again, I don't really like -8s, but you're taking out a player that definitely won't start and one that might not start for 2 really good options. So I don't hate it, to be honest. Don't hate it. Triple captain Kane game with the or another player in double games today. I would triple captain Kane. The only worry, isn't it? The only worry is if he gets rested. If he doesn't get rested against Southampton, then look, if he doesn't get points after that, so be it. But the decision was correct, I think. I've made my transfers already. I should put it on screen. I know I should put it on screen, but I've done Lingard and Iheanacho in for Bamford and Gundogan. I think my team on paper. I think my team looks. I would say great. If Vardy can actually do something this week, I think the team looks great. Alonso's obviously a bit of a worry, but for a -4 and no wildcard since game week 18, I think that's a pretty nice team. To be honest, I think that's well planned. I fully appreciate again, and I've gone a whole hour without mentioning it pretty much, that Alonso was not a good call, and I could be playing Dawson in that slot, but so be it. That was done last week. We'll try and get an actual green arrow this week. It's been a long time. My last green arrow was... I feel like it's been a long time. My last green arrow was in game week 27. I went up to 638th. And since then, I've dropped to 3,479. Four red arrows in a row. 957, 1,400, 1,800, 3,400. I'm losing it. I've lost the plot, basically. Oh god, yeah, that sounds like a nightmare, Harris. It's done now though. Sanchez to Reguilon for -4. What Sanchez? Like the goalkeeper? Is there a Sanchez defender I'm missing? I'm still not convinced by Reguilon for a -4. Diaz to Trent for -4. I think Diaz will play. Not sure about that, to be honest. Do it for free next week. The only player that I would get Lacazette in for is Vardy. Like, Kane's going nowhere. Iheanacho to Lacazette's not possible. So Vardy to Lacazette has crossed my mind. But I think I will just be put off by the Europa League games. Vardy's next 4 are just too good to turn down. I'm just going to go for it now. I've made my bed. I'm going to sleep in it. And I'm going to see how many points I come out with at the other end. Oh, the Spurs defender, of course, Davinson Sanchez. See, this is what you're here for, because I'm just an idiot. I'm just some idiot in front of a camera that doesn't really know what's going on, and everyone in the chat just saves me. Basically, that's how these streams have always worked. Davinson Sanchez to regular. I mean, for a -4, yeah, because Sanchez might not even play, so I don't mind that. No, as long as it fits in again with your future moves and stuff. Davinson Sanchez, of course, not the goalkeeper, you idiot. How many hits have you taken so far this season? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 including this. So 12 times 4 is 48. The most I ever took was 96 points worth. Like, not 96 hits, 96 points worth of hits. And that was in the season I finished top 5k, the only time I've done it. So that was 24 hits, double what I've taken this season. Boom, boom. Don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I was reading. I think we're on 149k. Let me refresh. Come on. Oh, we're one off. Just one more person subscribe. We're on 149k. Keep hitting that like button as well so this can get out to more and more people. One more person. 3 from Regulon. Again, you're not benching Regulon, are you? It's double game week. You can't bench Trent, in my opinion. And then I'd probably play Shaw or Cody. I'd probably play Shaw and put Cody first bench, then Rudiger. Start 2 of Vardy, Maddison. I mean, Vardy definitely. Probably Greenwood, just in case Maddison starts on the bench. Play 1 of Cody, Rudiger, Holding. Cody. Definitely Cody. So Sheffield United. -8 Son, Lingard in, and Gundogan, Rafinha out. They're good moves. I don't know if you definitely need to do Rafinha to Lingard, but I don't hate it. Maddison or Saka already have Holding and Lacazette. I mean, Maddison's got nothing else to play for. Well, actually, no, he's got FA Cup, hasn't he? He's got FA Cup. I mean, there's a big difference in price. I feel like the thing with Saka is he's so cheap and you can hold him until the end of the season. It doesn't really affect too many of your other moves. I quite like Saka out of those two, to be honest with you. I'm not Maddison's biggest fan from an FPL point of view. Let me see if we're on 149k. Dun 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 dun. Wait, oh Jesus, like 50 of you subscribed. Why didn't you all do that before? Come on. Thank you though. I'm only messing. So now we only need 947. Is there 947 of you not subscribed? Keep hitting that subscribe button while we're going. No, 150k. We still need a few more. Over 100 points at 32k should be less aggressive. Oof, wow. But the thing is, like, sometimes you just get pulled into points hits, don't you? You just get unlucky sometimes. Like last week I took a -4. Forget the -8. The -4, I had 3 players definitely, like, almost certainly not playing. Just happens sometimes, you know? Imagine if I only had 1 free transfer next week. I probably wouldn't own Lonzo right now, that's for sure. So that would be -48. Do you think going into next season one of your strategies would be avoid taking a hit? Nah, probably not. To be honest. I don't mind them. When the time's right, okay, I could have not done the Alonso one, but I mean, I only took 1. I took 2 to get price raises early on in the season. I'd only taken 3 by game week 10. And then I'd only taken 2 more till game week 20. So that's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 since game week 21. That's probably where the red arrows come in. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm just losing it right now. I'm so template after wildcard, it almost saps the fun out of it. Yeah, but if you got points, who cares? It's all about points, you know? 0.6 in the bank, transfer out Gundogan and take a hit. It depends. You got someone else that could play instead? You could possibly take a hit. I've taken a hit this week. Rashford for either Maddison or Bruno, -4. Like Rashford 2. Would you not just keep Rashford for the next 2 if you've got him? Just hope he starts. Nah, don't make new accounts to subscribe. No fun in that. I want real subscribers. Obviously, if you hate it, don't subscribe. That's fair. Who do I replace Cancelo with? Who have you already got? You've got 4 other defenders, you know? I mean, I must have said Triple Captain Kane about 1 billion times. I don't know how many different ways I can say it, to be honest. Cheers, Josh. A new chip for next season? Not really. Not really. Better take a screenshot of my team, actually, so I don't forget. I'm just writing my tweet. What moves did I do? Arrow, out. This must be really interesting watching me and hearing me type. Okay, what day is it? 16th. That's going to go out at 6:31. 6:30, I guess. Put that at 6:30. All right, there we go. I've done fan team. I did Sterling to Fernandez and somebody to Smith Rowe. Can't remember who. Neto, I think. Thanks. Yeah, thanks for the congratulations. Thanks for the 149k. We'll be on 149,100 in a minute. We should hit 150k by the end of the season if I keep boring people with it. No injuries for my team anyway, luckily. Viewers going down, why should type? Yeah, probably. Which Wolves player? I don't know. Do you need a defender? Do you need a midfielder? Do you need a forward? I mean, to be honest, I'd only really be looking at their defence. I mean, Traore maybe. Would I prefer FPL if it was like Champions League fantasy? After each match day you can make subs and change captain? Not really, to be honest. I like FPL because it's so simple. I think that's why it is so popular. Is Masuaku a good punt? Yeah, he probably is. I think without Rice, they're going to play 5 at the back. And if Cresswell's out, they could bring in one of the other centre-backs and still play 5 at the back with Masuaku wing back. So I don't think he's that bad a punt at all, to be honest. Obviously, whether or not he can keep his place the rest of the season, don't know. But he is quite cheap, right? He is 4.3 million, cheap as chips. I have 8.6 million for Neto replacement. Saka, Maddison, Pepe, Greenwood. What are your thoughts on the best pick? I think Saka or Maddison. I mean, again, Saka, Arsenal fixtures are a worry. Maddison should probably be fine. I just don't know about Pepe or Greenwood, to be honest, because of minutes. I like Greenwood over the next 2 if he starts both, but there's, like I keep saying, there is no guarantee. There's no guarantee. So probably Maddison or Saka. I like Saka, especially if you can do something interesting with the money. Depends whether you're going to spend that extra money. If not, just go Maddison. Please show us a visual of you typing that fast. Excuse me. I need a second camera pointing down. I'll have to go dual cam. Scott, thank you very much. Is the triple captainship overrated? It's overthought, I'd say. Nobody was 150,000 subscribers because I'm not on 150k. Few people keep asking that. Although, if enough of you do it in this stream, who knows? So stressed about the big news. What big news? How long do I have to change my squad? Need like 5 changes. You have 51 minutes. For this week, anyway. Then you got another 6 weeks. Do you think there are many players to choose from this season or the previous? I think, to be honest, right, everyone always just remembers the current season. So people will always say that this is harder, there's been less choice, etc. They say that every season. I don't think there's been less choice. If anything, I feel like I've moved my big hitters around way more this season. Trent or Vardy for -4. I mean, who are you taking out? For me, Trent could be a pick for the rest of the season. I feel like with Vardy, you're looking at next 4 mostly. Mohammed, wow, thank you very much for that. Much appreciated. What do you think about Sice as a defender? I think he's a good option, as long as he keeps playing alongside Cody. I doubt I'll be doing a watch along this weekend, mostly because there's no good games at a good time apart from Man United. I don't really want to do Man United. Like, Leeds is at 8 o'clock on Monday, Chelsea's 8 o'clock on Tuesday, Spurs is 6 o'clock on Wednesday. I'm just not going to do it. The next watch along will probably be Liverpool versus Newcastle next Saturday. De Bruyne and Antonio for Cavani in any mid and -4. Yeah, I like it. Antonio's not going to play, and De Bruyne probably won't play either, or possibly won't play. So, yeah, I like it. I feel like with moves like that, -4s for De Bruyne, Gundogan, etc., you're kind of trying to set your team up for the next few weeks. It's not as bad. It's more justifiable. Sten, thanks for making my weekend. Thank you. I don't know how I did that, but I'm glad I could make your weekend. De Bruyne to Salah for -4 again. Yeah, I quite like it. I mean, I am quite big on Salah though. I'm quite biased towards him. I think he's great. Will he get rested this week? Hopefully not. Son scored 4 against Southampton this season. He did. Different times now. Arguably, Southampton are worse now than they were when he scored those 4. But I don't see that happening again. But you never know. I'm not saying I won't watch any of the matches. I just won't watch Newcastle versus West Ham. I mean, I could do that, but I don't know. Yeah, maybe I might do West Ham Newcastle. If I had Dawson as well, it'd probably be a bit more interesting. But just for J-Lings, I doubt it. Like I do want to do games that are like interesting for the community, but I also want to do games that are interesting for me. And J-Lings on his own, I'd rather just have Saturday off, you know. I think Liverpool, I've got triple Liverpool against Newcastle. And also, that's a big game for me because I'm going to captain Salah and loads of people are going to captain Bruno Fernandes later on who I don't have. So if Salah blanks in that game, that's massive. Massive. My moves were Bamford and Gundogan to Lingard and Iheanacho. Do I think Rafinha plays? If I had to bet money on whether he starts or not, my money would be on start, but no guarantee. I don't know any more than anyone else like for that, to be honest. I would probably play Holden ahead of Fofana right now. Start Trent or Cresswell? I mean, it's got to be Trent. Cresswell probably won't even play, to be honest. Danny, how's it going? So torn about the Calvin to Iheanacho for a hit. I'm convincing myself to do it because I don't expect points from Luka Dean and Rafinha. It's a good move for the next 4 as well, by the way. Yeah, you want him for the next 4. I don't mind it at all. I think I would probably do it. It's one of those moves that I'm not 100% sure is completely logical because you've got 2 players that might play, but I would probably do it. Like, I'm thinking if I was in your shoes, it was my team. But I'm partial to a good hit, you know. Pick 2 to bench. I'd probably play Cody and Castagna. Gundogan to Moore, can't afford Son, have Kane and Regan already, would bench Holden with 5-man midfield. Only if Luka Moura then fits into your plans. But my thinking is you're probably going to want to get rid of him pretty quick, in which case I'm not sure about it. If it's a free transfer, you could take the punt, but Moore is not massively attacking from an FPL point of view. Matt, thank you very much. Genuinely gutted you've given in to Lingard. Why is that? Scout are doing a watch along for today. I'm not doing one. It's very rare that I'm going to be doing 8 o'clock watch alongs, but you never know. My plan is to go and walk the dog for an hour as soon as this is done, and then I'm going to eat. So I'll only just be eating just before the Kane game, probably the Spurs game, not the Kane game. My bench: Rui Patricio, nice. Sofal, nice. Phillips, nice. Maddison, bench boost. Yeah, I like it. There is a chance that Maddison starts on the bench, but hopefully he'll get some minutes in the FA Cup and then start. And they need points to get top 4, so I quite like that. JD Cochrane, that sounds good. Vardy to Lacazette to fund Neto to Lingard from -4. Oh, you're losing Vardy. I don't know about that. You're losing Vardy ahead of 4 great fixtures for Lacazette, who could get rotated around the Europa League, just to fund Lingard. You could just do Neto to Saka. I mean, Saka's next to a Fulham Everton. It's better than Newcastle Chelsea for Lingard. I don't know. I feel like you've got Vardy for a reason. You could do it if you really want Lingard. I don't particularly like it myself. Gareth, thank you very much. Keep hitting that like button, by the way. We're very close to 1,000. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, and obviously hit subscribe if you're new around here. I can't believe 20,000 of you watched the captain video today. As I said, probably one of the most pointless videos I've ever made. I've done it Vardy in. Oh god, shouldn't have done that. Last minute roulette moves. No other moves today. No. Why are you obsessed with a player? Why when you like a player or bring a player in, does it have to be an obsession? That feels like the word that everyone uses now in FPL. Why are you obsessed with Vardy? I'm not obsessed. I just think he's got good fixtures and he's a good player. I mean, you say he's been on a goal drought for months. Does that mean he's never going to score again? Because if it does, I'm screwed. Trent for Wan-Bissaka or Vardy for Bamford -4. I mean, Wan-Bissaka's got a good fixture this week, so if you can do the other one anyway, then I would just do Vardy this week. If you can't, then Trent is a long-term play. Cedric, feeling lucky and rolling instead of transferring at Gundogan. Good luck. Who do you feel might hurt you this week? Is the 150k sub stream happening? I won't do a special stream for 150k. I mean, it's great, I know, but I won't go every 50k. I think after 100, the next one's really like 200 or 250. So if we get 200 next year, which is possible for sure, then maybe we'll do on them. Who do you feel might hurt me this week? Fernandes, I think. I think Fernandes is the one that I'd be most worried about. Yeah, definitely. I feel like I've got most bases covered. I really am quite happy with my team this week. I know most people are like that means it's going to be awful, but I'm like, screw it. It's going to be 100 points. Rory, thank you. Corey, should I do Madison, Cresswell and Bamford to Son, Reguilon and Cavani? I do quite like those moves. If that's for a -8 though, I'm not sure. If it's for a -4, I like it. Trent for Luca Dean for a -8. Nah, I'd probably just do that next week for free. Grafton Diamond, congrats on approaching 100k. No matter how much you've achieved since, I'll always remember the Alfie Mawson days. Wow, that is a long time ago. That's a long time to be sticking around. Why? What? That was so good. I got stick for bringing in Alfie Mawson. Not from you guys, to be fair. But I got stick, and then for him to smash it was like a volley as well against Leicester, wasn't it? Oh, that was such a good memory for FPL. Cheers for that. Philip, Son or Salah in for De Bruyne from -8 on a triple captain game with 32. I mean, if you're going to triple captain Son, it has to be him. Again, what about next week? I know I keep saying it, but what's the plan with Son next week? Are you going to do Son to Salah? It's not the worst move, I don't think. Remove bench boost to triple captain, but we gain an extra free hit. I mean, that would probably just make things too easy. Obviously, you'd prefer free hit out of those two, but yeah. Is Cancelo to Reguilon worth it for a -4? I think Cancelo starts. But the thing is, if you're going to have to get rid... neither of those players play in Game Week 33. So how is that going to affect you? And if you want to keep Reguilon longer term, then I don't mind it, to be honest. But I do think Cancelo will start, if that helps you in any way. You'd play Dawson instead of Vardy if I had your team. No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. There's no way you're playing Dawson ahead of Vardy. Right? I know that people don't like Vardy, but come on. We ain't starting Vardy over Dawson. I don't think he got 15 points, Mawson, by the way. I don't think he did, but I think my hit still paid off. It was so good. I was watching it live as well. I think Pogba will carry on his assists. Pogba will chip in with returns, but I don't think it'll be enough where we really want to go for him from an FPL point of view. Like, he's playing really well, but it doesn't necessarily convert into FPL. Rory, Son, Lingard, Enio, Iheanacho in for De Bruyne. Yeah, I like it. You're getting a double game week here, and you're getting two players that are definitely going to play. De Bruyne, Gundogan might not play. Bamford's got poor fixtures. For a -8, I mean, again, I wouldn't usually advocate it, but I like it. Just here to comment. It's ironic that the account with Just Here to Comment didn't leave a comment when they did their super chat. There you go. Come on, no one's playing Dawson over Vardy, right? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. Are you playing Dawson over Vardy? Surely not. Away, away, away. It's like gold dust. Worth taking DS out for a hit or give him one more week for free. I'd probably give him one more week. I think he hasn't missed hardly any games. Even when all the other players were being rotated, he hardly ever was. So I'd probably just hold him, to be honest with you. No one... Yeah, okay, I get that none of you have Vardy, but let's say if this was your team, would you play Dawson to get ahead of Vardy? Absolutely no chance. No chance whatsoever. For what it's worth, I shouldn't have Dawson. I shouldn't have Alonso. I should just be playing Dawson anyway and have Dallas on the bench. But, you know, that's a whole other conversation I've had a million times this week. If we get 1,000 likes before the deadline, will you get a beer? Nah. No beer. Like I said, I'm taking the dog for a walk. I'm going to take the dog for a 5,000 step walk. That'll bring me to about 13,000 for the day. And then it's dinner time. No beer. No beer. You forgot to send the comment. You're just here to comment and you forgot to send it. 2 free transfers, wildcard and reserve. Should I ship out Lacazette and Fernandes for Kane and Son, or a bit boring Stones and Rafinha out for Coleman and Pereira? You're taking out Lacazette and Fernandes for Kane and Son, then you're going to wildcard. That seems like a no-brainer. Why wouldn't you have Kane or Son? Double game weeks, you know. I know that most of us aren't going to benefit a lot from their points, but still good to have them. Oh, excuse me. Hi, you Jan. How's it going? Adama Traore for Sheffield United, Burnley, then West Brom. I mean, if you're going for the fixtures, it's probably not a badish punt, but I think it is just that because he hasn't shown much this season so far, has he? Old Traore. Plus, like, you know, what about all those assists to Jimenez? It just ain't going to happen now, obviously, because Jimenez ain't even playing. Like, Traore's goal threat this season per 90 is 0.06. Couldn't be any lower. Well, it could be 0.06 lower, but... And then 0.17 expected assists is pretty low. 30 matches played. It's pretty rubbish. I mean, they've got the fixtures. Short-term punt, maybe, but that is all it is for me, is a punt. Vidra to Cavani for a hit to bench Holding. I'd possibly just play Holding. I feel like Cavani's one of those players that you'll just be annoyed you're stuck with. He could do okay for the next 2, but surely he's going to have his minutes managed. Watkins or Holland start. I would probably play the attacker, although it is close because he is playing Man City, but I probably would play him still over the other one. Fear of missing out is too much in FPL. Absolutely, yeah. Everyone has a bit of fear of missing out every now and again, especially in FPL. Abdul Kareem, who should I start? Watkins for Fana. Again, I'd probably start Watkins still over the defender. It is one of those times where, you know, when a striker hasn't got their main creator in Grealish and they're playing the best defence in the league, you could make a case to play a defender over them, but I'd probably still start Watkins if it was me. Phillips or Dallas for this game week? Phillips. Start so far holding. It's close though, that one. Calvert-Lewin to Lacazette for a -4. Again, like, for this week and next is probably fine, yeah. And Calvert-Lewin's definitely not starting. He's out. He's been ruled out. You have 35 minutes left to get your transfers and everything locked in. Thoughts on Havertz trying to find the most nailed-on midfielder with 8.6 million in the bank? Yeah, I mean, nailed on is debatable with Havertz. That's all I'll say. There could be some rotation with him, but he is a midfielder playing as a striker, so I quite like him as a punt over the next few. But nailed on, I wouldn't give him that tag, to be honest. Sam, how's it going? Alonso or Cody? I can see why you're deliberating, because Cody, like I say, has got a great fixture, but you have to start Alonso if you got him, don't you? Let me know in the chat, Alonso or Cody. Let's get the chat involved. It's got to be Alonso, hasn't it? Not confident with Rudiger starting. Yeah, I've got Dawson on the bench at least. I'm a bit because Jota got benched in the Champions League. I'm hopeful of him playing. How do I plan on getting Bruno in for 33? I'm not, basically. I'm going without. I might do Son to Rashford. I haven't decided yet. Studious student, hello. The problem is we've got slow mode on, so everyone's probably already done their message. Now I'm asking them, okay, Alonso. Yeah, you got to play Cody, Alonso, Cody. Yeah, most people say Alonso. I would too. If you've made your bed by getting Alonso in, I think you've got to play him. There's quite a few Codys though. Cody's coming in at the end. I'm saying Alonso, personally. Pick 3. Diaz, Trent, Shaw. I feel this question, honestly, you've all got the same defences. Again, can't bench Trent in my opinion. Play Shaw, and then one of Diaz or Holden. I'd probably play Diaz and put Holden first defender bench. Marcus go Alonso. If Marcus Alonso gets a 15-pointer, all will be forgiven. But that's the problem. I've sold myself the 15-point Alonso dream, and it just ain't happening at all. World. But you never know. You never know. Around the world, around the world. Christensen's injured. Yeah, but he's starting in the central position, right? So that would just be Thiago Silva's spot. They could play Zuma, Rudiger. I don't know what's going to happen. Rudiger could miss out, but it's a chance of that every week. Michael, I know you answered this, but who would you start, Rafinha or Watkins? I got myself into the mess by not planning better. Yeah, I just it's tough because I would if I knew they were both fit, I would definitely start Rafinha. It's just that worry about whether he comes off the bench. I don't think he's going to do that. I would probably start Rafinha and hope that he either starts or misses out completely. Who to triple vice captain between Lacazette, Iheanacho, Jota, Lingard, Mount, or Fernandes? I'd probably go Fernandes. I mean, but you're triple captain in Kane or Son, right? You ain't going to need a vice captain. But probably Fernandes out of those. If you want to go a bit different, you could go for Lacazette or Iheanacho, but Fernandes is the standard pick. Do you think Salah will play full 90? So, yeah, I think there is a chance at some point that he gets brought off early. I mentioned this on one of the videos. I follow someone called Anna Woodbury, and she's been doing a lot of stuff on rotation and that. So she was saying that Firmino, Mane, and Jota have only started once as a 3, which kind of tells you how important Salah still is. But also Jota's been out quite a bit, so I guess it's not that surprising. And that, given all the other rest that other players have had, Salah's probably due one. But given that there's not much to play for now, that they've got longer rest periods in between, I think he's going to play. But he could get taken off early to give him a bit of a rest. Omar, Cavani's in for a 1-week punt. Hat-trick incoming. Good luck. I hope he gets one. It'd be amazing. Rudiger or Fofana to start. Rudiger. Yeah, you're rapid at typing. Yeah, I know. Too much typing, office job, basically. Any last-minute news we should be aware of? I don't think there's... I mean, Calvert-Lewin's out. Cresswell might be out. Antonio's definitely out. How are you typing that fast? I feel like, does not everyone type that fast these days? I mean, there's so much, everything's in front of a computer, right? 3 from Trent, Alonso, Rudiger. It's got to be Trent and Alonso. After that, Azpilicueta or Cody. Possibly Cody. I wouldn't like to bench Azpilicueta though. Front 3, Vardy, Iheanacho, Kane. Nice. Which 4 should I start in midfield out? Salah, Jota, Lingard, Bowen, Son. I think you bench Bowen. Panicking about not having Son. 1 free transfer, nothing in the bank. Thoughts on a 1 week switcheroo for Salah? I have Fernandes, Jota, etc. Would you not do the switcheroo with Fernandes? I'd rather have Salah against Leeds than Fernandes against Burnley, surely. You could do it. Could do a 1 week switch. Depends how much money you got in those players, I guess. Start Watkins or Cody. Watkins probably. Is Trent triple captain a no-brainer? In my opinion, yes. I'll make it easier. Cody or Diaz? Cody. Cody. Typing challenge. What do you mean? What do you mean? I don't think I type like abnormally fast, do I? Do-do. Werner hat-trick incoming. I mean, I feel like we've heard that for about 31 weeks. From myself for a lot of it as well. Kane misses out after carrying my FPL team all season. You and me both. Actually, not me for a lot of it, to be honest. Am I confident Rudiger will play? Fairly confident, but I've got Dawson, so I'm not too worried, to be honest. After Dawson, though, it could be trouble on my bench, to be honest with you. We're only 1 subscriber away from 149,100. You lot have been smashing that subscribe button. Keep doing it. Keep hitting that like button. Why not? Start DS or Alonso. The only player that I would start ahead of Alonso this week is Trent. So it's always going to be Alonso. Alonso or Cody? Alonso. Alonso or Shaw? Alonso. Alonso or Azpilicueta? Alonso. Alonso or Dawson? Alonso. Alonso or Holding? Alonso. Alonso or Trent? Trent. What is my words per minute? I got no idea. No idea. I've never checked it. I mean, maybe I've done it at some point, but it's been a long time. Why is Cody more popular than the other Wolves defence? I think he's absolutely nailed it. And recently, if you check his shots versus like Sice, he's actually having more shots. Now, how good they are compared to Sice, I don't know. I've not seen every single shot. I think Bolly's just quite expensive. That's all. Can you put Rudiger in the middle between the 2 fullbacks? Hell no. Hell no. I mean, really, I should have Kane in the middle of Iheanacho and Vardy too. Bruno and Iheanacho, or Vardy and Havertz. Bruno and Iheanacho, I think. Although I've got Vardy, I do like him. Fan team sorted, yeah. Mega John Williams, thank you. I bought in Fernandes for a hit. I stupidly didn't leave myself enough money to do Sterling to Fernandes for free, which was the plan, so I had to take a hit. I'm captaining Kane in that as well. I've got my fan team's so good because I just wildcarded. I have Pereira against West Brom, like Leicester Pereira, Cody against Sheffield United at home on the bench because I'm playing Azpilicueta, Alonso, and Trent. I could play Cody in front of Aspi, or actually, do you know what? I'm going to play Pereira in front of Azpilicueta. Why not? Let me overthink it a bit here. Do I want to play Azpilicueta ahead of Cody? I don't know if I do. I'm hoping Alonso. So I've got Alonso and Trent. I've got Fernandes, Salah, Son, Lingard, Iheanacho, Kane, Jota. Very similar to my FPL team, to be honest. Don't think I'm winning that at this point. Do. How does that chat work? How much do I have to donate? Is it a one-time donation? Yes. You don't. By the way, you don't have to. There's no obligation to super chat at all. Like there isn't. Like you can ask in the chat, and I'll try and get to as many as possible. But obviously there is a lot of people watching and asking questions. It's one time only. The minimum's like €1 or $1, whatever your currency is. But you can only write a message if you do at least 2. That's just YouTube settings. It's not something I can change. What's your average words per minute? I don't know. I've never done a test. Who'd start? Masuaku? Rudiger. Start Sofal, Fofana, or Holding. Probably Holding, then Sofal, then Fofana, I think. I mean, Soonchu's back, so I don't expect Leicester's defence to be as bad as it has been, but do you not think Alonso is a B-Tech Chilwell? I think Alonso is great in a back five, just for attacking potential, but obviously no good the other way. It'll be a different Pereira Hall in that game, possibly, yeah. Vardy scored once in 16 games. Yep. But I'm not worried about that. I haven't owned him for those 16 games. For me, it's one blank in one. Will that continue for the next 4? Let's see. Should I sell Bale for Salah or Bruno? I think Salah's the premium to own for the rest of the season. That's my opinion. Triple captain this week, or there'll be another double. There will be another double. Probably not as good as this one. I would triple captain this week. Rudiger or Watkins? I would start Watkins. Why bench Dawson? Take out one of the Chelsea boys to spread the risk. Nah. Let's just hope they can keep a clean sheet against Brighton. Yeah, there is a chance Rudiger doesn't play, in which case Dawson comes on. Is starting Dallas this week a crazy idea? Only if you don't have 3 better defenders. Otherwise, it's not crazy. Mohit, thank you very much. I mean, if you're expecting 17 points, you're probably going to be sadly mistaken. But who knows? Did it last week? Could he repeat against Liverpool? Best Neto replacement, Souček. I don't think Souček, no. Depends how much money you got, right? If you want a bit more of an in-depth, go and watch the game week preview. I did Neto replacements, but Saka, Bowen around that price. Pereira maybe for West Brom. Lingard if you got a bit of money. I wouldn't go Souček now. If Lingard gets a hat-trick, you have to captain him next week. Absolutely no chance. I'm captaining Salah. Lingard's not getting a hat-trick. Christ. He's not getting a hat-trick. Surely. You probably would if Rice didn't get injured. Nah, I got no interest in Souček at the moment. I think Bowen's a good option. Like, his numbers are around the same as Lingard. The only thing Lingard has in favour is his guaranteed minutes, which is quite a big thing. And most of his expected data comes from expected goals rather than assists. So I do think Lingard's slightly better than Bowen, but there ain't a huge amount in it, I don't think. Especially if Bowen's going to... Like, Bowen could be playing up front. We don't know how that's going to affect him. Lingard hat-trick. I mean... Could have had one last week, I guess. If he gets a hat-trick... I tell you what, right? I'm not captaining him. If he gets a hat-trick this weekend, then I'll put him on the wall. How about that? Because people have been saying that Lingard has to go on the wall, right? So just to explain, the wall, and by the wall we're talking this, right? This is for players that do well for me. I hate to say it, right? But Lingard has done nothing for me apart from hurt my ranks. There's no way he gets onto the wall. So Antonio scored me 4 goals in one match, plus he's a legend. I won't go through all of them right now. But if Lingard gets a hat-trick this week, he can go on the wall. There you go. Otherwise, he would have to score every week from now to the end of the season for me to put him on. I got to be honest, I don't know what my chances are next week. I really don't. I've got nothing in the bank, right? If Burn doesn't start this week, I could do Burn to Holding. The problem is, Holding's going to go up in price, which is so annoying. So I've got 0 in the bank. If I'd done the Lingard move on Monday, I'd have enough. Yeah, Holding's going to go up overnight. Yeah, so I'm not going to be able to afford it. So annoying. If only I had 0.1 million more. If only I hadn't bought Marcus Alonso, it's killing me. So yeah, I don't know what my move is going to be next week. I might not even make one, to be honest. But let's see what happens this week. I mean, I could do Dallas to Holding. Maybe. Dawson. Dallas or Watkins start. Watkins. Attack becoming the template of everyone owning Nacho, Kane, J-Lings, Jota and Son. Maybe Salah Fernandez. Yeah, it happens though. There's always going to be times of the season when that happens. Try not to worry about it too much. Excuse the cough. 20 minutes to go. Make sure you get transfers and everything locked in. Transfers, captaincy, etc. You can risk a transfer right after the deadline. Nah, not risking that. Because there's so much more info we might have where doubles and blanks might come in, and then the planning might change completely. At some point, I'm sure I'm going to have to take out Alonso, though, to get some money back. I mean, Alonso to holding at some point might happen. Bowen can be replaced by Benrahma. He's not 100% nailed. He's not, but that's what I'm saying. That's why Lingard is more guaranteed minutes, right? Sterling to Fernandes. I think that's a perfectly fine move if you've already got Salah and Kane. Who to bench Moura if I transfer? Wait, what? Why would you bench Lucas Moura over Holding? I would definitely play Lucas Moura ahead of Holding, or just keep Gundogan. I mean, Gundogan's just going to be a problem for you for the next few weeks, but maybe Lucas Moura will be too. I don't know what your future plans are, but yeah, if you bring in Moura, you definitely play him ahead of Holding. Otherwise, what's the point in bringing him in? Pick one, Phillips or so far. I'd probably play so far. I'm not sure about Liverpool clean sheet this week, to be completely honest with you. We'll see. I think there's more chance that West Ham get one against Newcastle. Although West Ham have been conceding a lot of goals recently. A lot of goals. If you triple Tottenham, just remember they don't play next week. Yeah, absolutely. That's why I keep saying every time someone's saying a transfer, what's your future plans for them? It's all well and good getting an extra transfer this week, but if you lose it next week, then you're just in the same position. It's a bit different with Son because obviously he's just so ridiculously good. I think the dog's trying to get in the office. Ready? She's trying to get in, but she can't unlock the door. Hang on. Hello. Up. They can't see her. Come here. Oi. Okay, hang on. Come here. Ready? Come here. Right. Here. Up. You say hi. They can't see you. Hey. Oh, they can't see you. Come here. There she is. Hello. You say hi. You don't want to be. You know what she wants? She wants to go for a walk, don't you? Do you want to go for a walk? She's trying to eat chocolate eggs. Right. Sorry about that. You're going to have to go. Get out. Goodbye. See ya. Okay. She was scratching at the door. Is there a case for Kane triple captain? There's a massive case for it, yeah. Vardy to Lacazette from -4? Nah. Phillips over Rudiger? Not for me, I don't think. Neto to Saka to bench Holding. Or hold. 2 free transfers is probably quite handy, to be honest. Trent, Iheanacho and Son for Aguero, Bruno and Struijk. I like it. There's a chance Struijk plays, but obviously he's playing against Liverpool. I like those moves, yeah. Rudiger or Watkins. Play one of James, Rudiger or Holding and bench order. Play James. Holding over Rudiger. That's a golden retriever she is. The thing is, she's 18. She's got so much energy. The camera needed to be a little bit more to the right. You would have seen her more. Like she was up on the desk, literally right here, but you couldn't see. There's a chocolate egg that's been there since. It's got a green wrapper. There's literally There's a. Can you see that? Whoop! It's like a magic trick. It's a green egg. So she was trying to get that. This one's probably easier to see. It's not green. Green screen delights, you know. Pubs open in England again, so when everyone's triple cats and Kane blanks will be 2 smash. Yeah, fair enough. Not happening in Ireland just yet. Love you, dog. Congrats on nearing 150k subs. Thank you very much. Could you suggest bench Jota or Gundogan? Oh, it's got to be Gundogan. 100%. I wouldn't even have to think about that. Jota definitely starting. So close to 150k. We are indeed. We're over the 149k barrier. Barrier to entry. We're on 119 over that now. You want me to bring the dog back? I don't know where she is. Riley. I don't know. Oh, she is near. Yeah, hang on. just wanted to see you. You want that egg? Right, okay, come here. Come here. She wants... Oh, you're going to knock my headphones out. Hang on. Come here. Up. She wants the egg. You can't have it. It's chocolate. You say hi. Look, say hi. You just want this. Do you want to go for a walk? Oh, look at that. Do you go for a walk? We'll go for a walk in 15 minutes. 15 minutes. You can't have the egg. You can't, it's chocolate. It's chocolate. What's going on? They all want their FPL questions answered. You don't care, do you? No, you can't sit down and have the egg. Go on. Out. Go on. Get out. Get out. Out. Go on. Okay, I've made a massive mistake now. I've made a massive mistake that I've said the W word. So now she's going to be barking. I should have said that. Oh, she scratched me. Just scratched me as well. She just wants. She wants the chocolate egg. That's all she wants. She doesn't care about me. There you go. I brought the dog back. Holding me or Louis. Nearly. You nearly had me. I wonder how many people... Okay, no, it feels like viewers actually went up, not down. Any chance the dog can replace me? No, she doesn't get chocolate, but she can smell it, obviously. That's why she's coming up. I said wildcard, did I? She's just too lively to act like... She's too lively to... You know, like some people stream and they have like a dog... Like on gaming streams, they have like a dog cam and they're just sleeping. She's too much energy. She's a golden retriever. She's getting like so. I don't know how many of you got dogs, but they are so they're so used to routine. So because like I've always walked her, but like at random times. But now I walk her like every morning and like every evening, so she's ready to go. Basically, surprised she's not barking. But yeah, anyway, sorry. FPL. Apparently we're doing FPL. This triple captain Riley, absolutely. Apart from when she's eating dog poop off the floor, or cow pats or whatever it is. Sterling to Fernandes or Rashford. It's got to be Fernandes, I think. 40 minutes left. Kane triple captain done. Let's not mess this up. Good luck. Yeah, so there's 13 minutes left now. Make sure you got transfer captain locked in. I saw someone just a minute ago say, "Is this the most relaxed deadline stream in a while?" It definitely is. I'm locked in. I have been since Tuesday. I much prefer it. I prefer it when it's like this. Like I said, I could have just pretended that I haven't made these transfers, but like I said, I never try and make the tension more than it is. And there's no tension because I've done my transfers. There's no other moves I need to make, so I'm good. Tobias, that's awful. Are there any teams due a double game week? There will be some in game week 35, probably, maybe game week 37. We'll have to wait and see after the FA Cup. So yeah. Probably no better than Kane triple captain this week though. De Bruyne to Salah worth a hit. Gundogan to Lingard for a hit. I like both of them, to be honest. I do really like Salah though, so De Bruyne to Salah looks good to me. Obviously, there's a chance that Gundogan or De Bruyne start, but I don't know how likely it is. Plus, you've got the same issue in 33 anyway. Golden Retriever follows me all day until she gets her walk. So luckily, like Mrs. is working, she's downstairs, so she tends to stay downstairs quite a lot. But we're starting to like let her up a bit more with the doors closed. She can just roam around on the stairs. But there's one of the doors downstairs, the kitchen door. I don't know what it's called, but like the catch. But when you like shut a door and then the little bit inside goes across to stop it, opening up. We don't have that in the kitchen. I broke it a long time ago, so the kitchen door easily opens. So she knows she can bang through with a paw to get in the kitchen whenever she wants. She tries to do that everywhere now. And she scratches to get in. Play Luca Dean or Phillips? I'll probably play Phillips. You need to train your dog to intervene when you're doing last-minute transfers. Why not picking Lacazette? I mean, who would I sell? I'm not selling Kane, I'm not selling Iheanacho, I'm not selling Vardy, so that's about it, really. Is it triple captain time or should I save it? I mean, again, I would definitely triple captain this week if it was me. Look, is there a small chance that Kane misses or Son misses Southampton? I guess there is, because there's only 3 full days rest to the EFL Cup final. I mean, Kane and Son just don't ever get rested. Ever. So they are playing Oh, yeah, so it would be the Southampton game. So there would be 16th. There would be 9 days until the AFL Cup final. He could rest that. I just don't see it. I just don't. Bench Iheanacho for Højbjerg. No. Come on. Sign in for Bruno and reverse next week. If you've got the transfers to do it and otherwise your team looks fine for next week, then yeah, hokey-cokey transfers could work out. You kind of get the best of both worlds. You get Son for a double, then Fernandes for Leeds. The pain of the 8 points from Burnley and Fulham. I know, but the thing is, this is, again, it's like when I talked about outcome bias with Chelsea defence. Like for me, Kane triple captain against Fulham and Burnley was a good decision. He could have had so many points on another game week, and this could be the week it happens, right? Cresswell to Reguilon for a hit would still field 11 players in 33 and can get him back later. Yeah, I don't mind it. You get a double game week. Reguilon's got Sheffield United in 34, so you get 3 good fixtures in the next 3. And if you've got 11 and they're good players for 33, not the end of the world. For a hit, though, I like it less. It depends who your bench is, I suppose. But you never know. Maybe he'll be the big. Maybe he'll outscore Son and Kane. You never know. We've got 9 minutes. I better make sure my team's definitely locked in. Martes in goal. Rafinha, Dawson, Kane captain, Son vice. Locked in. What about my hairline? What about it? I don't really have a hairline. It's like non-existent. It's receding so much. It's called old age for you. Jota or Bamford? Jota. I think De Bruyne is a big differential this week. People won't want to lose another game. Yeah, Pep, sorry, won't. Yeah, maybe. I feel like we'll be having this conversation every week until they go out of the Champions League. -4 for Maddison makes bench him. Fabio Silva. Mendy, Fofana. It's not bad, yeah. If you only have to take a -4 to make your bench boost worth it, I think that's fine. Especially if it's a good long-term move. Good job you didn't get 4, so you wouldn't have been able to get Lingard and Iheanacho. I would have just had to do it on Monday. I almost did it on Monday, to be honest, before Lingard rose, but I thought I'd just give myself one more day to stress over it. Babhave, thank you very much. I've definitely pronounced that wrong. Apologies. Where's your Man United top? In the wardrobe, along with all my other clothes. It's not this t-shirt. You're 26, I think your hairline's worse. Yeah, it's one of those things when you get older, you know. I need to get a cut, actually. Pedence to Gundogan. Pedence in for Gundogan -4. Pedence could do okay. The fixtures are good. I prefer other players, I think, like Pereira, Saka, Bowen. But if you want to go for the fixtures play, then Pedence isn't a bad choice. Wolves are pretty good. Does my -12 pay off? Calvert-Lewin, Bamford, Gundogan, Sterling to Iheanacho, Cavani, Lingard, Son. I reckon there's a chance that Bamford blanks. There's a chance that Gundogan doesn't play. Sterling, okay, he might do all right. And Calvert-Lewin's out. I think there's a chance, yeah. I mean, I think there's a chance it pays off this week. It's obviously -12 is difficult, but there's worse -12s out there. Have you already done it? I bet you have, haven't you? Peter. Cody will really go Cody for me this week. Cresswell, Doubt, or Dallas. I don't see Cresswell being benched and coming on, so I would just play Cresswell and have Dallas as the sub. Why do you have slow mode on in streams? Because there's like 4,000 people watching right now. Sometimes that can be like 5, 6, 7,000. And then the chat just goes mad and people just spam over and over again. So it's a much better experience for it not to be on. Basically, long and the short. Keep hitting that like button if you haven't already, by the way, and subscribe if you are new around here. We'll be doing these every single week for the rest of the season and next season. I can't believe we've done like 38 deadline streams. Or we will have done 38 team selections, 38 deadline streams. Not necessarily 38 of all the other videos, but mostly. No, I'm not just wearing a t-shirt. I've got shorts on. A bit warm here. A bit warm. What about Greenwood? What about him? What do you want to know? Would he start? Would he play? Is he a good option? 20 points behind mid-league leader. Triple captain Kane. Others will. Yeah, why not? 20 points is nothing, by the way. I'm not doing a watch along this week, no. There's no way I'm removing slow mode either. One day you'll have 5 6-figure numbers. I don't think we'll have 6. We got very close to 10,000 once. I think we got like 9,600. I don't think we went above 10,000. There's always next season, I guess. You never know. But that would be cool, yeah. It'd be cool to hit 10,000. Will I be playing Fantasy Euros this summer? I probably will be playing it. I don't know how much content I'll do, but I might do some, but it won't be like as much as I do pre-season for FPL. That's for sure. Yeah, my thoughts on Reguilon. I like him as an option as long as he fits in for all your other plans. Like if he's going to screw you. Oh, I did hit 11k, didn't I? Yes, for which stream? Which stream was that for? Yeah, you're right. Sorry, we have already done over 10k. What week was that? Yeah, sorry. Yeah. You're right. What would that have been for? It must have been double game week 26, was it? It's got to have been double game week 26. Let me see. Oh, I don't know how I can check. No, it wasn't that week. What week would have been 11k? That's mad. What do I do during the off season? Chill out. I mean, pre-season there'll just be loads of content. You know, I won't go into all my plan. I do have some new stuff lined up, I think, for this year. But you can go and have a look on the channel, all the stuff I do. Initial drafts, thoughts on different players, tactics, things to avoid, players to avoid, all that kind of thing. I got a new... I think I've got like a series idea, actually, to be honest. But like between the end of the season, like May, like the end of May and then July, there probably won't be much. Maybe a couple of Euros things, but that'll be it. I've just got a really bad short-term memory. That's all there is to it. I'm not. The 11k was amazing, but I forgot. What was it for though? I can't. If it wasn't double game week 26, was it double game week 25? Yeah, it was double game week 25. How weird. Why would 25 have been so big compared to 26? Oh, no, wait, no, it wasn't. Yeah, it was. 11,718 is the most concurrent viewers we've ever had. That is mental. That's mental. It was an early one with a 4 p.m. cut-off. Maybe that was it. Now, it wasn't 29. By the way, I realise there's loads of questions we could be answering now. 29 would have been much lower. Like, numbers have come down quite a bit. Yeah, that was 6,700. Anyway, can you do some England Euros vids? If I do them, I want to do them on other channels. Or on another channel, not necessarily this one. Only 2 minutes to the deadline, by the way. Pre-season is usually like the early July, like first week of July, probably. They keep launching FPL earlier and earlier. Black Box are taking an apprentice next season. Will you be doing the same? An apprentice? Is the apprentice as? Yeah, 1 minute to go now. I'm not captain in Son, no, I'm not changing. I remember when you first started doing deadline streams, now everyone does them. Yeah, I know, everyone does them, yeah. But that's fair. They're good. Drunk Andy playing tunes is not the most concurrent views. Absolutely not. Yeah, 1 minute to the deadline. Make sure you got everything locked in. I definitely do. Kane captain, Son Vice. Come on, Vardy. Don't get into. I'm not looking forward to the FA Cup matches because like Man City, Chelsea, Southampton, and Leicester are all going to play before. So Alonso, Rudiger, Vardy, and Acho all got potential to be injured. FPL newbie. That was the joke that Mark's gonna teach as. It's not locked in yet, but make sure you do get locked in. Over. You can do the XG factor as a rival concept. I like it. No last minute this week. It's boring, I know, but no last minute. Let's see if we're actually locked in. We're still not locked in. Everyone's saying deadline. You're wrong. You're wrong. We're not locked in. It does say past on my clock. We're not locked in. Stop saying it. We're not. Not on my screen. Do I think Greenwood will get 60 minutes against Burnley? Possibly. He came off fairly early last night, I think. As did do alright with his wildcard. Yeah, you're right. You forgot to lock in. Well, don't worry. It's not locked yet. And we're now on 6:31 according to my thing. It ain't locked. I feel like there's a few times they've done this. This is definitely my real team. Are you locked in? Like, seriously? Now it's locked in. Now it's locked. That took a long time. Hope you can come to the FF Festival launch in London. It depends when it is. I doubt it, to be honest. Not this year. I just don't see it. Like we're not even going to be out of. We can still only travel around our county. Nothing's open in Ireland. Chances of me being able to travel to England. Like, bear in mind, I've not been. All my family's in England. I haven't seen them for like 18 plus months now, and still counting. You know. So I doubt I'll be there, but it depends when they do it. I guess. Depends what's happening with it. You sweating on that potential Son haul or what? Not really. I couldn't feel any more stress free about this week, to be honest. I mean, it's quite decent. It looks good anyway. I was only locked in then. At least that's what it showed me then. Yeah. Oh god, the dog's still out here. Oh, you're just waiting outside. Up. You still want this egg, do you? All right. Let me take. Hang on. Oi. Hang on. Get down. Come here. Look. Come here. They all say bye to you before you go on your walk. Up. Oh, say hi. Look. Here. Come here. Don't bark at me. Oh, you're gonna bark, aren't you? She's sitting down. The title race is not on for Man United. Oh, she's out of breath. Up, come on. Come and say hi. Oh, you can't be seen there. I can't pick her up now. She's too big. Come here. I'll pick her up without hurting your back. Oh. She's too big though. You want to say hi? She's just like, just take me out, would you? I'll do whatever. Just take me out. You're the wrong way around. Say hi. Okay. Oh. You don't like it, do you? You just want the egg. Up. She's tired. Anyway, no, she's not barking. She's in now. Okay, I'm done, I think. Thanks for watching. Do hit that like button and that subscribe button if you haven't already. Good luck this week. I won't be doing a watch along, but I will be back. I'm not going to be back on Sunday because there's only going to have been 5 games. So I'm going to be doing streams at some point during the week. I'll do my normal videos, but I'll probably stream Wednesday or Thursday. Not tomorrow. So there we go. You still here, dog? You want to come up one more time? No? All right. Hit that like button, hit subscribe, and I will see you again soon.
You were streaming with Doggy up here.